At this moment in economics class, we shall be looking at the definition, looking at the category, the types of economic system that we have, as well as advantages and disadvantages of each of these types that we have mentioned earlier on. Economic system. This is the way in which the available productive resources of a state are owned, managed, or utilized for the satisfaction of human wants. Economic system try to let us understand that how fundamental economic problems are solved. That is, what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Here, every state has its own mode of production and distribution of goods and services. That is to say, the ownership of these resources, are they in the hand of private individuals, or government is the one handling the ownership? That is, no one is allowed to be in the ownership except the government, or a situation where both the government and private individuals are allowed to have the available resources, use it towards satisfaction of human want. So every economy has its own mode of production and distribution. These modes are into three types. That is why we have the three major types. There are three major types of economic system, namely 1. Capitalist economic system, 2. Socialist economic system, 3. Mixed economic system. That is, irrespective of the economy, one of these types must be adopted. Either is a developed country or developing country or underdeveloped country. So the economy will determine the mode of production and distribution that they believe it is okay for them to be used towards production of goods and services that can satisfy human wants. Capitalist economic system. It is an economic system in which the means of production are owned and controlled by private individuals, where government's role in such an economy is minimal. In this type of economic system, government is not expected to play major role, but private individuals are allowed to operate in this economy because the private individuals are the owner of the resources. They are the ones that will understand how they can channel the resources to appropriate area of production and distribution. But government is just to participate in the area of security. This economic system is also called market or free economic system because individuals have free hand to engage in any kind of production. Not only that, as a consumer, you have free choice towards any commodity of your choice. Examples of countries in this system are United States, France, Italy, Japan, and so on and so forth. So in this economic system, individuals are allowed to operate privately, while government has no role to play except to ensure security, rule and regulation, and so on. Features of capitalist system. Number 1, private ownership of properties. In this economic system, individuals are allowed to own their property privately without government intervention. Even if you discover a resource in your environment or in your compound, such resource belongs to you. So government will not take over the resource because of the type of economic system they are into. So in capitalist system, individuals are allowed to own property to any level that they desire. 2, existence of competition. In this economic system, it ensures serious competition among the individuals or the enterprises existing. So with the help of this, it makes the economy to move forward because there is nothing like a monopoly in the system. Millions of people can engage in an enterprise if they desire. So that's why we say there is an existence of competition. 3, free market enterprise. In this enterprise, you as an individual, you are allowed to engage in any market enterprise of your choice. You are not restricted to a particular line of business. You can engage in one or two or any enterprise that you desire. So in this economic system, individuals are allowed to engage in any market enterprise. Number 4, freedom of choice. Freedom of choice, that is to say, as an individual, you are free to patronize any market enterprise of your choice. You are not restricted to a particular commodity. There are a lot of commodities in this economic system. We can see 20, 50 people engaging in an enterprise. So as a consumer, you have freedom to choose any commodity of your choice. Number 5, presence of profit maximization. In every enterprise, the primary objective is to maximize profit. So in capitalist economy, it allows individuals to maximize profit once it will not endanger the citizen of that country. So you are allowed to engage in profit-making enterprise. Having looked into the features of capitalist system, we are going to look at the benefits, that is, advantages of capitalist system. What are those things that we can derive as a benefit if an economy practices capitalist system? Number 1, it ensures economic competition. And when we say economic competition, where monopolies are not allowed to exist in an economy. 3, 4, 5 firms can engaging so that the economy can be stable, individuals can enjoy themselves in that area, goods and services are produced to the taste of consumers. So with the help of capitalist economic system, the economy will move forward because of the economic competition that is allowed. Number 2, it encourages hard work. With the help of capitalist system, it allows individuals to put their possible best in order to achieve one or two objectives. So far, the economy allows free market enterprise. So as an enterprise, you have allowed to work toward achieving one or two objectives. So here, being hardworking, you know what you are looking for. So no one is restricting you to a particular activity. So the activity you are engaging, so far it is legal. So the economy will move forward because of what? Encouragement of hard work. 3, it promotes economic development. So far, citizens are allowed to participate actively with minimum role of government in that economy. As an individual, as you are contributing to your own self, you are also contributing toward the growth of the economy. So, with the help of economic system, where private individuals are allowed to operate. As an individual is moving forward or developing gradually, the economy too is growing gradually. So, aggregately, the economy will be developed as a result of a capitalist system being practiced. Number 4, talents are fully utilized. So far, there is presence of freedom of choice, there is presence of market enterprise. So as an individual, once you can discover something that you believe you can use to satisfy the people in the community or in that state, so you are allowed to use your talent up to the full capacity. Government will not discourage you from doing it. So far, it is in line with the rules and regulations governing business activity in that economy. So, in capitalist economic system, talents are allowed to be used fully without being disturbed. Number 5, it makes provision of alternative choice. Alternative choice in the sense of goods or enterprise that you want to have. That is, in terms of enterprise, if you are not satisfied with one enterprise, you can shift to another one. But in terms of consumption of goods and services, if a firm cannot satisfy you, you are allowed to patronize another firm. So there is no restriction here. You are allowed to choose any commodity or patronize any firm of your choice. Number 6, it improves living standard of the people. Where we have capitalist system, where individuals are allowed to operate, engaging in one or two activities. With the help of these activities, it will improve the living standard of the people, because there are a lot of enterprises engaging in the production, distribution of many goods and services that can improve the life of the people. So at the end of the day, the citizens of such capitalist system will enjoy their life and have good living standard. Disadvantages of capitalist system. This implies the problem associated with capitalist economic system. Haven't looked into the benefits, but the following are some of the problems or disadvantages that capitalist economic system can create. Number one, it creates monopoly. Monopoly implies a situation where we have only a firm producing a commodity without close substitute. The implication is that in a capitalist system, if a firm is able to have power over others, that firm will become a monopolist, and the firm might drive out other firms because of what the firm does not want competition. So due to that, capitalist system can create monopoly if it is not properly watched. Number two, it allows economic inequality. Economic inequality in the sense that there will be a gap between the rich and the poor. And the implication is that once you can have the resource to establish an enterprise, you are there to make profit. But the poor ones that could not find it easy to get funds in having an enterprise, this will create a gap. And if it is not well watched, that if the government fails to look into that, then there will be a serious gap between the rich and the poor because of what economic inequality existing in such an economic system. Number three, it promotes economic exploitation. Every enterprise wants to make profit because that is their primary objective in establishment. But if the government of that economy fails to look into consumer protection, this system will exploit people, and the people will may not understand if they are exploiting them or not, because there is no consumer protection. So capitalist economic system promotes economic exploitation in so many ways. One, they might not produce good products. Not only that, consumer may not have full knowledge about the products. So at the end of the day, consumer will be at danger. That is, the firm is making profit at the expense of consumers. Number four, profit motive may cause the society. Having said that, the essence of capitalist system is to allow individuals to establish, and as individuals are establishing enterprises, the motive is to make profit. But this profit making, if care is not taken, it will cost the society, because every firm wants to make profit. One, as an exploiting consumer, it might be in time of high prices, where we have only one firm dominating an economy, or where a firm has upper hand over others. So if others are forced out of the business, the only firm there will be making profit at the cost of the society. Not only that, if we have many firms in the economy, but if the firms decide to come together as one, you are still creating monopoly. And monopoly is in the business to exploit at all costs. They don't believe that they are wasting, but they believe they are the only one producing. And any waste that may occur, they will still make the money out of the product that they are going to sell to the consumer in form of high prices. Number five, it results to unemployment. Capitalists are in the business to make profit. They are not willing to employ large number of people, but to employ few and use capital intensive. That is, they want to make use of capital intensive techniques where few workers will be employed and large equipment will be used. So in such an economic system, lots of people will still be looking for jobs because capitalists are not ready to pay huge amount as salaries and wages, but to pay little and earn lots from their revenue, because they want to make profit, employing few workers, giving them peanuts or paying small amounts, and using equipment that are in asset form that can be used for longer period of time. So at the end of the day, the economy will experience unemployment. Examples. Number one, in a free market economy, the rationing of scarce goods is done principally by A. the government, B. business organization, C. the price mechanism, D. consumer, E. both A and B above. The right answer is C. the price mechanism. Looking at A, the government. In free market economy, government has minimal role to play. So the economy is in the hand of private individuals. So we cannot pick that. B, business organization. We are not talking about ownership of business in this situation, but we are talking about mode of production and distribution, where we have socialist, capitalist, and mixed. So we cannot pick B. D, the price mechanism. Price mechanism will be appropriate because whenever we want to ration scarce goods, price is what we use in determining that. So D, consumer, cannot go. E, so far we have said A and B are out, so E is not appropriate. Question 2. The main function of price mechanism is to A, limit consumer demand, B, enable producers make profits, C, allocate scarce resources among competing ends, D, ensure consumer sovereignty. The right answer is C, allocate scarce resources among competing ends. A, limit consumer demand is not talking about price mechanism. B, enable producers to make profit. We know that producers are in the business to make profit, and the only way they can make profit is from the sales of their product using price, but they are not using that towards the production of goods and services or toward promoting their firms. So price mechanism is to use it in how to allocate or rationing scarce resources. D is the right answer because price is used in determining how to ration the available goods or the available resources among the competing ends. Then D, ensure consumer sovereignty. This is not talking about price mechanism. The right answer is letter C. Question 3. The invisible hand promotes the interest of A, consumer, B, society, C, government, D, producer. The right answer is letter A, consumer. Invisible hand is talking about capitalist economic system, or where private individuals are allowed to operate in an economy. And the operation of private individual in the economy is to ensure that they meet consumer need. So A will be the right answer. B, we are not looking at the society from the point of a capitalist economy, although aggregately we look at the economy. But we are after individual satisfaction. That is, satisfying consumer is the most important. C, government. Government cannot engage in capitalist economy only to play a minimal role in the area of security, particularly. D. Producers are in the business not because of themselves, but in order to meet the need of their consumers, that is, the final consumer. So the right answer is A. Question 4. In a free market economy, available resources are more efficiently allocated by complete reliance on A. Development planning, B. Strategic planning, C. Capital budgeting, D. Price system. The right answer is D. Price system. Option A will not be okay. That we call development planning. In free market economy system, we are not talking about development planning here, but we are talking about the mode of production and distribution, which we believe is in the hand of private individuals. B. Strategic planning. We are still not talking about planning here, but we are talking about mode of production and distribution, the economic system. C. Capital budgeting. We are not talking about capital budgeting in free market economy, but as a firm, you carry out your capital budgeting. Then, as well as I think institutionally, capital budgeting is what is done there. But the price system, because when it comes into allocation, the only system we can use in doing the allocation is through price system. So that's why letter D is the right answer.